Morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you today, this morning. Hi. Thank you, Miss Madeleine, for that presentation, for explaining about the course. Well, guys, my name is Gisela. You can call me Miss Gisela. I'm so happy to have you here. I've been reading the chat and I've seen lots of messages. Wow. We're a lot of teachers here, a lot of colleagues. Good morning. Hi, Xiomara, Esther. I see lots of good mornings in the chat. Well, let's begin, all right? Let's start. Oh, wow, we are like 200 participants. We are a lot. That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. All right, so let's see where where can I have the one to annotate? I want to write. I don't have the option to write. Okay, well, let's start. This is a presentation that is also uploaded on Classroom, right? This is a presentation. And for this presentation, guys, I am using Genially because we will have a class dedicated to Genially, to the study, the practice of Genially. That's why I am using Genially for this class, all right, for this course. First, I would like to introduce myself, all right? I would like to very quickly introduce myself and so that you can know me a little bit more. Well, here, my name is Gisela Villavicencio, right? As you already know. I hold a degree in education. I am an educator. I studied education as my bachelor degree. And I have I specialize in teaching English. And also I hold a master's degree after, studying the bachelor degree. We have to continue. And I studied a master's degree in applied linguistics. Well, I have some diplomas also in the art of teaching Spanish. I also teach Spanish. And also I have a diploma in information and communication technologies in education. Apart from that, I have some international certifications of English. TKT, you may have heard of that. CAE, CPE, from Cambridge University. And well, I have been teaching English, the course, for a lot of years, for 18 years already. But I am also teaching at the Faculty of Education. I also teach future teachers, right? Nowadays, I've been teaching there at this faculty for about 4 years. And well, I specialize in lesson planning, content creation, and technology implementation in online environments. That's a little bit about me, guys, but I would like to know about you too, all right? I would like to hear about you. I would like to know you. You're going to introduce yourself on a Padlet. I'm going to share this Padlet with you. And you can see here, this is a Padlet, all right? This is what you're going to do. Pay attention, please. This is what you're going to do. You're going to introduce yourself with a picture, all right? Listen to me, huh? You're gonna introduce yourself with a picture. So it says here, tell me about you with a pic, right? Tell me about you with a pic. So you're gonna click here, right? In this add post. Then you go to these 3 dots here. And you're gonna click here. I can't draw here, okay? These 3 stars, 1, 2, 3. And there you will write something about you, something that you like. For example, I like cats, right? I like cats. And I have 2 cats. This is about me, right? And then I click enter. And let's see what artificial intelligence draws for me, right? Artificial intelligence is going to make a picture of that. Look. So now I want to choose a picture. These 2 cats look like my cats. So I'm going to choose this. Okay, this is the picture I like. And in subject, I can write what I told. Yes, I like cats. And I have 2 cats. Right? This is about me. And then I publish. Ta-da! That's it. Now you know about me that I like cats and I have two cats, two very similar cats. Now you're gonna do that, all right? You're gonna do that. I wanna share the link with you in the chat. Right, in the chat. So, okay, the link's there. Morning, hi Tanya, the link's there. You can click on it and start telling me something about you, something that you like, okay? And remember, you're gonna use artificial intelligence to make the picture. AI is gonna draw it for you. All right, so let's see what you do. Oh, by WhatsApp, but I don't have the access to WhatsApp, Monica. I don't have access to it. I'm so sorry. Hi, I just have access to this chat. I'm so sorry. I don't have access to the WhatsApp. I just have access to the chat here. Yeah, my cats are so cute. But I would like to see your pictures, please. Okay, I would like to see about you. Oh, someone did it. Okay, great. Oh, but guys, listen to me. I want to repeat my, oh, I have here. Wow, I have a picture here. Excellent. I like Hello Kitty. Oh, it would be a good idea, guys, if you put your name, because I don't know your name. You can edit and write your names. For example, I can write my name here. You see? So now I know. Yes, now I know. Hi, Miss Nella. Hello. Look, here we have a picture. I like the beach and the sunset. Hi, my name is Julie and I like music and reading. Excellent. Good morning. I like to dance. Wow, what a beautiful picture. I like Hello Kitty. This is Kim. So nice. Come on, I want to see more pictures. I just have a few. I like the moon. Wow, this is a gift. Okay. I love playing soccer. I'm also a soccer player. Shalom. Wow, that's so nice. I love horror movies and suspense movies. I love traveling. Natalie, oh, look at that picture. You know, guys, artificial intelligence is wow. It's super wow. You see the pictures that you can make. I like the moon. Wow, two people like the moon. Hi, Rose. Good morning. I love nature. And Pat. Yeah, me too, Pat. I love nature. I like pets. There's no picture. I'm Sonia. Sonia, I guess you like playing the drums. You like music? Hi, Julio. I like carnivals of Cajamarca, Peru. Wow. You know, the carnivals are this month, right? I think it's this week. I think it's this week. Excellent. Hi, I'm Maria. I love teaching English so much. Yeah, Maria, me too. High five. Me too. Look at this. Look at this very beautiful picture. I think this person, my name is Angela, and I'm into traveling. Yeah, me too, Angela. If I could travel all the time. The Fab Four, this is the Beatles. I guess this person likes the Beatles. Pilar likes dogs and drawing, the swimming in the beach, music and play piano, bunnies. Oh my God, look at this beautiful bunny. Oh my God. Dancing, Jacqueline. Love painting, Ingrid. Okay, excellent. The jungle, nature. Oh, look at this dog playing with dogs. Like to sing. Excellent, guys. Wow. I wish I could read them all, guys, but it would be like a lot of time. Oh my God, it's a person who likes cats. Elizabeth, you have 4 cats. Excellent. Snoopy, etc. Well, there are a lot of presentations. I think, wow, look at this picture from Reynaldo. That's excellent. Thanks, guys, for your introduction. They're just so beautiful. Mafalda. Yes. Excellent. Okay, Julio says that he's from Callao and he likes the outstanding astronomy. Okay, thank you guys. All right. So you can continue posting and posting because this Padlet is gonna be, it's inserted here in our slides, okay, our presentation. So after getting to know you a little bit, let's go to the next part. Okay, let's start with the learning outcome today. Okay, we have two learning outcomes. We have the first one that is to discuss the importance of ICTs in our teaching practice, right? Jonita later, please. And then we're going to reflect on the integration of technology in our teaching practices by understanding some ICT integration models. All right. Hi, Angelica. Nice to hear you. Let's begin, guys. I have two questions for you to discuss here before we start. What are ICTs and why do we have to use them in class as teachers? What are they? ICTs, okay, it's information, communication, technologies, but what exactly they are? And why do we have to use them? we're gonna use Mentimeter for this, all right? So I'm gonna share another link with you now to answer these two questions here. Okay. Here we have share. I'm gonna copy the link, copy. And there you go. I shared the link. Can you join with the link? Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Julie, for answering. So what are ICT? I would like to see some answers. Let's see if you can answer. I am showing the screen now where we will be able to see your answers. Wow, we are 279 people now. There are so many. Did everyone have access? Yes. Yes. All right. Perfect. Okay, I have an answer. They are tools, right, to improve the learning process. Yes. They're skills to facilitate English learning and teaching. Well, yeah, skills are necessary, definitely. Apps, yeah, there are a lot of apps for education and learning process. Technological tools adapted to classroom setting with a communicative purpose. Yeah, we'll use them for communication mainly, right? Oh, Maria de Jesus. It's because it's for English teachers. That's why. Yeah, it's because it's for English teachers and it's going to be a course in English. Tech tools we can use in class to make our teaching meaningful. Meaningful. That's a very important word in our teaching experience. Tools and services that handle and communicate information, tools for education. Yeah, this is the meaning. This is the meaning in, this is what the words stand for, right? ICT stand for these words in Spanish. Yes, information communication technologies is what the acronyms stand for. Yes, we use information, yes. Tools, communicate and teach. Technology that we can use in the classroom, resources, tools. The word tools has been done it's been written lots of times. Tools, yes, funny, digital components to facilitate communication, improve concentration, comprehension, tools. They encompass technology that facilitate the handling and communication of information. Very interesting. Right, guys. I think that the words that are written the most are tools. Tools we use for our teaching practice. Excellent. Now, there is another question after this one. I will change now, guys, to the next question, all right? Here, why do we have to use them? Can you see the second question now? Hi, Jacqueline. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yes, Victor. Yes, Larissa, it's for English course. Yeah. All right. Guys, can you see now the second question? Yes, can you see it? Can you confirm, please? Yes? Thank you, Janice. I see Janice. I see her camera. It's so nice to see you. Thank you. Why? To improve our classes. Yes. Hi, Ileana from Benin. All right, Angelica. I will try to speak slower, okay? Speak slower, Angelica. Yes. Oh, the link. Yes, Jacqueline, the link's here. That's the link, honey. Okay, I can see some answers in the chat, and I see some answers here on Menti. All right. I wanna read all of them. All right. So to improve our classes, to improve teaching and catch students' attention, right? Yeah, students are so distracted nowadays because we have to update according to the, update. We have to keep updated. We have to keep innovative. Make our classes more memorable, necessary to make lessons fun and meaningful. Yeah, improve our lessons. We are in the age of technology, that's right. And not just technology, but artificial intelligence that is now happening a lot too. Engagement and retention motivates our students, promote critical thinking. Yeah, students feel more engaged. It helps the students assimilate concepts. It's so visual, right? Right, all the answers here are great. And in the chat, I have more answers. To improve teaching, to obtain attention for students, to improve. Okay, Jacqueline, don't worry, my dear. You can write in the chat. It's okay. I'm reading the chat too, so no worries. It's okay. To renew ourselves. Excellent. All right, guys. Thank you for your answers. Yeah, all of your answers are related to the actual use and necessity of technology in our lessons, right? All right, now let's continue here. All right. What is ICT? Here I have a concept. It's not a concept I created, right? I took it from British Council. British Council is a website that dedicates itself years of investigation and creating material and content for English teaching, right? So I found this concept really useful, clear, straightforward for us. Information and communications technology, or digital technology also, right, refers to online or internet use. Communicating, creating, and sharing information on multimedia texts. Digital media includes websites, electronic or ebooks, software, email, various programs, audio, video games, mobile media applications, apps that you mentioned a lot, apps, and now social media too. So when we talk about integrating these in our teaching, we mean thinking, and this is crucial, thinking about the best available tools for teaching and learning English. Writing on the board and using pens and pencils and paper and books may be the best tools for the job. Yeah, we have used these pencils, paper, books for years, and they worked, that's true. But and one person mentioned that on Menti, it is clear that digital skills are important for education and employment in the 21st century. And one person said that. It's the century. guys. It's 21st century. We are not anymore in the 20th century, right? The last one. Things change, times change. And that is one of the main reasons we have to learn how to integrate ICT in our teaching process. Why? There are some reasons here. You already mentioned some of them, but let's recap and let's see them again, all right? Digital natives. Yes, Lourdes, very good. This term, digital natives, was coined by Mark Prensky. This is the guy who coined this term. He coined actually two terms, digital natives and digital immigrants, in 2001. And he said, people who were born 1996 on, they are digital natives. He even chose this year because that was a year when everything started to change. And people who were born before, maybe us, right? We are digital immigrants because when we were babies, technology was not there, but we learned, right? We adapted ourselves to technology. So we are immigrants. However, our students at schools, at universities, institutes, they are natives. They were born with technology, right? They are digital natives. So we have to use that because they were born with that. So that is one of the main top reasons to use ICTs in our classroom because of our students. They need it. They were born with that. This is one reason, right? Yes, Anita, and we need to adapt. We are immigrants, but we are adapting, we are learning because we are interested in it. That's one reason why. Another reason, learn by doing. How do we learn? We don't learn because we just listen. We don't learn just because we see, but we learn now. It's been proved that we learn when we do things, right? We learn by doing. And students now learn by doing, by experimenting, by trying out. So technology helps us with this, with learn by doing. We have to ask our students, do this, do that, create this, create that, and then they're gonna learn. Technology helps with this, learn by doing. Just-in-time learning. This is another term that was born thanks to technology. Just-in-time learning. Now we can learn everywhere and anywhere because of technology, right? In the past, if you wanted to learn, you had to go to a classroom. You had to sit down in these four walls and listen to the teacher. There was no other way, right? It was the only way you could learn. But now, no. Now you can learn from your house. You're at home and you're learning, right? You can learn from anywhere in the world. You have access to information anywhere, just with a click. It's just-in-time learning, guys. Thanks to technology, we have broken free of the four walls of a classroom, and now we are free to learn anywhere, everywhere, at any time, right? Just-in-time learning, thanks to technology. Multitask is another reason why. Guys, although multitasking is not something human beings are supposed to do, right? Because our brains have been developed to do just one thing at a time. However, because of technology, now people multitask. People do a lot of things at the same time. Our students can be listening to music, watching a movie, and at the same time writing something. Like, it's crazy. But that's the way they do it. That's the way they work. They do a lot of things. And this is thanks to technology. Although I'm saying, yes, Diana, in virtual classes too. Although this is not the right thing to do, scientists have said many times that our brains are only good at one thing, not many things at the same time. Okay? But Students can multitask nowadays, and they can do a lot of things. They can be researching here and adding and making pictures and photos and videos, a lot of things, because they are digital natives. They were born with these skills. Another reason, guys, why we use ICTs is multimedia over text. And this is a reality. When we studied, guys, we had books, we had text, right? Maybe sometimes we watched the video, maybe sometimes we listened to something, but it was mainly text. Books, printed paper. But now we have multimedia for everything. Social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. All is video, all is images, sound, music, movement. So our students, our digital natives, are used to that. They like that. They prefer to watch a video, a 5-minute video, than to read text. I'm not saying that reading is bad. Reading is necessary. It's a necessary skill. But people now prefer to watch videos. They prefer multimedia, right? And it's the way they were born. And these videos, the videos that they see, they are shorter and shorter and shorter every time, right? Every time they are shorter. And so they change from one video to another video fast. And that is something we have to deal with in class. Imagine guys in a class listening to a teacher for a long time when their brains are used to changing. This affected concentration a lot in our students, and even on us, maybe on adults too. So we have to adapt to those changes. I don't think that's gonna stop, guys. I think that's gonna get worse in the time being. So we have to adapt as teachers. We have to be there. We have to be trying and learning new things to keep our students' attention. That every year is that the attention span is becoming shorter and shorter and shorter. So it's like a struggle we have, but we have to be there, adapt ourselves. Interact with multiple people is another reason. Of course, they love interacting with people. They're all the time chatting and talking to people from around the world. And that's something that happens thanks to technology. They like it. Access to information. Wow. If information was hard to find the last century, guys, like imagine 20 years ago, it was so hard to find information. You had to go and search on books, sit down. Now it's so easy to access information. There's so much information that now there is this term that is infoxication. Like we're intoxicated with information. We are like, there's so much that what we have to know now is how to filter that information, right? We have to teach our students how to choose or separate the good from the bad information. Now, this is good, this is bad. So we need now new skills. We need to know how to select the right information. We need to know as teachers and also our students, we have to teach them how to choose the right, because there's so much and not all information is good or it's true. No? Lots of it is fake, fake information. Finally, from content consumers to content creators. The combination of consumers and creators is prosumers. Let's become prosumers. Sometimes we as teachers and our students too consume a lot of information, consume. No? We read, we consume, we are copying information, copying content from other people. But what about creating, guys? Why don't we create? We can create, so we can consume and also we can create. And our students too, they can consume, but also they can create content. So we are prosumers. And it's the new term. It's a new skill that we have to develop as teachers and also our students, right? Prosumers. Consume, but also create. right? Consume and create content. So these are some of the reasons, guys, why we have to use ICT. There are many others, of course. These are some of them. However, is it perfect? There's nothing perfect in life, right? Nothing is perfect. Everything has advantages, but also disadvantages, sorry. So now I wanna read you, all right? Mentimeter one more time. I am going to share now another Mentimeter, okay? So this, I'm going to close this, and now I'm gonna use another. Okay, let me find the other one. This one. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. And let me a moment, please. Here. Oh, but I haven't shared it with you yet, right? I have to share it. Sorry. Okay, here's the link. Okay, I want to share the link with you in the chat. Okay, again. Okay, this is the link. I wanna share the link with you like a lot of times, so everybody has the link. Okay, there you go. The first question is, what are the advantages of that, of using ICT or TICS in Spanish? I have already told you lots of them. Let's see if you remember. Better teachers. I have one answer already. Students might be focused longer, right? Optimize the learning time, motivate, improved communication, increased efficiency, enhanced access to information, facilitated innovation. Innovation is a great word now. We talk a lot about this. Motivating, try, engage, motivation, connect the world to learn different things. Captivate interest and motivation. Students learn better. Makes the class more enjoyable, right? Engage students, more motivation. Promotes flexibility and autonomy. Autonomy, yes, autonomy is another skill. Autonomy is another skill we have to know. The 4 areas like reading, speaking, reading, and writing. Participation between teacher and students. Oh, yes, there is this dynamic communication between teacher and students. Facilitated the process of learning, improving. Yes, students love to use. Angelica in the chat says, connect with the real world and motivation. Yes. So it has lots of advantages. We agree on that. We definitely agree on that. There are lots of advantages, lots of good things. But is it perfect? Yeah. Yeah. We enter the world and they learn voluntarily because they like it. Yes. Formation can be very fast. But what about the negative side? Because there's nothing perfect. Any disadvantage, guys? Any disadvantage? Anything negative you think of? Something that, just like, no, but it has this disadvantage. Let's see, any ideas? Oh, but this is an EduRed facilitates the teaching. This is an advantage. What about disadvantage? Something negative, a drawback. takes time. Yes, to prepare. Yeah, the time. Okay, I agree with you. It is a disadvantage. Yeah. Okay, Esther, yes, and our health, yes, our eyes, yes. Unreliable information. There's so much fake information. It can be a distractor, and not all schools have ways to use it, right? That's a big disadvantage. They will be a distraction. The time, again, the time we learn. This is positive. Distraction, and you need internet. Yes, distractions. Yeah, in some places they are forbidden. Yeah, in some places, in some schools, distracting to students. Addiction and social isolation. Yeah, that's something so negative when they are so like addicted, no? And students, some students are not ready. Yes, some students are not. Yes, security risks, digital device issues, over-reliance, limited knowledge. Some students don't use to investigate, but they use it for bad things. That's true. Not all the students have the same opportunity with tools. Yeah, there is a breach. There is a breach, a difference. That's true. Not everyone has access. Reduces the development of other skills, addiction, isolation. That's true. That's true. Yeah, here lady says that in some rural places there is no internet. Yeah, that's a big disadvantage, definitely. The lack of resources. They only copy paste. Yes, that's another big problem. Information sometimes isn't safe. Yes, Lisette. That's true. Lack of filters. Thank you, guys. Well, definitely, guys. Definitely. There's nothing perfect, no? Everything has advantages, disadvantages, and we need to know them to leverage the tools we use and how we use technology in our classes. Thanks, guys, for your ideas. Thank you. Thank you so much for your ideas. Yes, Isabel. We need diagnosis. Well, some advantages, guys, are, you mentioned it, autonomy. You said autonomy. Yes, it promotes autonomous learning. We know that now that competences in the 21st century is to learn how to learn, right? We need to be autonomous in our learning. Technology helps with that because we have so much information there. But we need to know how to filter the information, of course. Now we don't need the teacher to tell us everything because now we have access to it. So also teachers' roles have changed. But technology helps with autonomy. You mentioned motivation too. It motivates students. Yeah, because it's different, it's visual, it's attractive, right? Motivates. Promotes critical thinking. It helps our students ask themselves why, and not just accept the information. Like when we studied in the past, we accepted everything the teacher said, right? We said, yes, teacher, yes, teacher, yes. Yeah. You couldn't say no, but why? Now it's different. Now students have to ask themselves, why? Why is this? And what if this is in a different way, right? It promotes critical thinking that is so necessary nowadays. Something that I didn't read is collaboration. Thanks to technology, now students can work collaboratively. And sometimes students are in different parts, like in different houses, but they can connect together and work together, right? Because of technology and the internet, if they have it. Learners can do meaningful and real-life task-based learning. Yeah, they can create real useful things. Now students can make videos. Now students can create podcasts. Now students can really do things, meaningful things for them, thanks to technology. And thanks to technology, we have access to culture. So it facilitates cultural understanding. Thanks to technology, we can read about people from different parts of the world or people from our country, Peru, and we can understand about them, their culture, their religion, the clothes, everything. So technology has opened that world to us, right? But there are many other benefits, but it's not perfect. As you said, there are some negative sides. You have to know them. And you told me, teacher, the downside is a limited access. That's true. There is still a big breach, and not all the schools have access to internet, or not all the students have access to their own computers. And that happens in our country and in many parts of the world, right? These international organizations, they always search, as their objectives is that everyone in the world, every child in the world should have access to the internet, to a computer, right? There are many countries, there are millions of students that don't have access. And what happens with these students? They're falling behind because other students have access and they don't. So there's a big breach there, right? This difference is not good for their development, for their professional development, because they are not going to be learning in the same way. And that's something that we need to know. And well, something that governments have to work on to help us teachers to teachers. We teachers should have access to internet and to computers too. Definitely. This is a big disadvantage. Another is some teachers resistance on teachers' part. Well, if you are here, it's because you don't resist, definitely. But some teachers say, no, why technology is not necessary. I learned this way, so we don't need it. And they don't really want to use it, and they resist the change. And well, we have to adapt, guys. We cannot resist the change. We cannot resist it, or we're going to be behind. We're going to fall behind. And technology doesn't stop. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's changing already. Now we are in the 4th industrial revolution, right? So it's growing exponentially, and we have to keep up. We cannot resist change, right? We have to be there, adapt and learn every year, because it's always changing. Another problem is lack of training. Maybe teachers say, yeah, I want to learn, but I don't have training. Where do I learn? How do I learn, right? Thanks God you are here today, and this training is useful. And once you learn, you teach others too. So it's like a chain, right? I learned this, I teach you, and then you learn it and you teach others, and it just grows. Lack of training is a big problem, because even if teachers want to, they don't know how to, they don't have the tools. Someone mentioned the time, right? Needs the time, yeah. We need to dedicate time to technology, to the learning of it, to content creation, yeah. Definitely, we have to dedicate some time to it. And when we are learning, the time is a little slow, but once we know it, it gets faster and easier. So it's a process. As everything we learn in life, it's a process. And well, there are many others that you mentioned too in the Mentimeter, right? Other disadvantages, but I think it has more advantages. Disadvantages like addiction, social isolation that you mentioned. Yeah, these are other problems that we need to know as teachers. So you said, teacher, ICTs are tools, digital tools. So which tools or websites can we use? How many are there? Wow, guys, there are so many, right? Yes, Santiaguito. Every day we try to do our best. Yes, we're always there. And that's a characteristics we teachers have. We're always trying to learn. And I've seen that English teachers, I don't know why we English teachers are like always so curious. Yes, Monica Warwall. Yes. Thank you, Jacqueline. What a nice message. There are so many Canva, Warwall. There every month, I think that every month they launch a new one, right? A new tool. This tool, that tool, this tool, this tool. Wow. Like sometimes we cannot keep up. Booklet, live worksheets, Mentimeter, Genially, Canva. Yes, there are so many, guys. There are so many. Quizzes, Padlet. Here I am showing you just some of them. All right, just some of them. But there are many others because they are always creating new ones. Yes, Learning Padlet, live worksheets, Story Jumper. Yes, Paulita. Yes, Paulita, definitely. There's a big gap there. I agree with you, Paula. I agree with you. And that's a big disadvantage. Kahoot. Ooh, Kahoot. I think Kahoot was of the pioneers, yes? Pioneers that we learned. There are so many, guys, but do we really need to know them all? Not really. Something important about that is that we have to learn or choose the ones that will be useful for us. Because if we want to learn them all, like there are like 1,000, we're gonna get crazy trying to learn 1,000 tools. We need to learn the ones that are gonna be useful for us. That we think, yeah, this one is gonna be useful, this one and this one. So it's better to know 3 or 4 or maybe, okay, 5 tools and know them well and use them well than knowing like 1,000 and just a little bit. No, that's not really the objective, right? We have to learn the ones that are going to be useful for us and for our students, not all of them, because that would be impossible, right? Impossible. There are new ones every month. And we can use ICTs to produce material. Yes, Moniquita, very good. Teachers can, here we have a list of things like teachers can make their own videos, we can make our own videos, our own flashcards, podcasts, portfolios, websites, games, escape rooms. These are gamified activities, but learners can also create, guys, not just us, not just teachers. Learners can create too, right? Yes, about drawing, yes. Learners can also create, remember that they are prosumers. We are prosumers. Learners can make ebooks with Story Jumper. I read Story Jumper in the chat. Story Jumper is for ebooks, right? Canva, posters, Genially posters. Canva for videos, Genially for videos. Podcasts. I read Bokaru. Yes, Blue Cat. Paolo says Blue Cat. Excellent. This is for ebooks, right? Yeah. Podcasts with Vocaru. PPTs with Genially, we can use like this Genially for presentations, Canva or Google Slides. Yes, yes, Frida. Vocaru, Paula said, we are prosumers. Yes, because we consume and we create. Students can also make websites. They use Google, right? Google has a whole package for creating slides, documents, websites, blogs, a lot of things that we can create. Agenda web. Bingo game. Oh, yes, bingo game. They're so good. So guys, let's reflect on this that is also from British Council, right? We can add a variety of English language content for our learners by using digital multimedia that you can create or you can adapt also. Your learners will engage with language, sound, and image-rich texts when they navigate the internet in their everyday lives outside the online class too. This can be a quite different experience for engaging with English language teaching materials in course books. Yeah, we have our books. We use our books for so long, but books are flat. Books are 2 dimensions, they're flat. They are not interactive. And student digital natives they need interaction, right? They are prosumers. They need to create. They need to different kinds of stimuli. Hangman, memory game, very good. Yes. So guys, when we use technology, we are digital competent. Are you digital competent? Am I digital competent? Digital competence. That is a new competence. We know the competences, right? There are lots of competences that teachers need to have. But digital competence is kind of new. And now teachers, we have a new competence to develop, that is to be digital competent, right? Okay, Isabel says, we're recording a video, says the topic by the teacher. Yes, I'm not yet, Yanira says, don't worry, because the competence, remember that competences are something that are developed little by little, step by step. Now, to be digital competent is to use technology, but reflectively and critically. It's not just, oh, I like Kahoot. I'm going to use Kahoot today because I have 20 extra minutes. So, okay, let's use it. Yeah, okay. I just use it because it's nice and everybody likes it. But what is the objective in your class, right? What do you really want to achieve with that Kahoot activity? It's not just using for using, right? Or it's not just because, oh, it's new. I want to use it in my class. But that's not really to be digitally competent. Digitally competent means to use technology, but with reflection. We have to reflect. Why am I using this? What is my objective in the class? I want my students to learn what, right? What are they going to learn? And what I'm going to do with this, with the results. So digital competence means using technology reflectively and critically, evaluating the pros, the cons, and for solving problems, because technology can help us solve problems in our class. Now, there is a model from Europe that is a DICS Edu, Digital Competence in Education, and they created this model, all right? It's a model of digital competence. So in this model, they divided the digital competence in 6 areas. So digital competence is not just one thing, it's not one block. It has parts, and it has 6 areas. The first area is professional engagement. We have to use technology like this for training, right? For improving. As professionals, we have to use technology to grow as professionals. And that is one area. I use technology for my profession to grow, to learn. 2 is digital resources. I use technology. I know how to select. I can create. I can manage the tools. Assessment. I use technology for evaluation, for assessing my students. Teaching and learning. I use it for teaching, for guidance, for collaborative learning, for empowering learners. I can also use technology. For example, if my student has a disability, maybe my student cannot see very well, but I know this tool that can make the words bigger, and now my student can see. Or maybe my student cannot see, like at all. So I use this tool where my students can listen to it, can hear, right? So now technology helps students with some disabilities, especially students that cannot see or cannot hear well. Area 6 is something with our students, guys. Facilitates learners' digital competence. Guys, it's not just us, it's also students. When we use technology, we have to help our students develop their own competence. Because our students, yes, they are digital natives. Yes, they are on TikTok, and they are on Instagram. But most of the time, they are only consuming, only watching, consuming. They don't create. They don't know how to reflect or how to separate the bad information from the good information. And they sometimes don't even know the risks of technology because they are young, right? So also is in our duty to develop this area, the learner's competences. So digital competence, guys, is something big. It's something that has 6 areas. And in total, if you count 1, 2, 3, there are 22 digital competences. 22. Now, wow, teacher, it's a lot, no. Too difficult, no. Too difficult for me. Wait. Remember, that is a process. And we all begin in basic, right? When you learned English, you began in basic, right? I began in basic. And little by little, I advance. Similar here, right? We start in basic, and little by little, we advance our competence. Everything has a beginning. Everything. Here we have, again, this is the competences, right? The 6 areas, area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, the 6 areas. In total, 22 competences, right? In total, there are 22. Now, the name of this, what is the name, guys, teacher? What is the name of this model? The name is DICCOM Edu. Okay, DICCOM Edu. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Yeah. But when you can see yourself, it's gonna be better. I shared a document about this, what is very clear too. Yes, one of the documents that is on Classroom is about this. So in Classroom, you have the document of this framework, and it's very, very detailed. You will sit down and you will read. Okay, it's very important, guys, to know this. Okay, we cannot. It's a lot. So all the classes speaking about this, no, you are going to read. But the basics is that this framework, DICCOM Edu, has 6 areas and a total of 22 competencies. And this model was created in Europe in 2017, right? 2017. And in Europe, they use it. They use this model. Now, this model has levels. Remember that we start in basic, right? All of us start in basic, A1. And if you observe A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, this is familiar to you, right? This is familiar, guys, to you. You have seen this before, right? Yes, Julio. Julie, sorry. Yes, Julie. The CR. So guys, if I ask you in the chat, tell me, what is your English level? What is your level in English? I mean, the language, English language. What is your level? Is it A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, or C2? Okay, Vero says B2, Janet says B2, C1. Whoa, excellent. C1 is really good. B2 too, B2. Okay, intermediate will be B2. Heidi, B2. B2, 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 B2. C2, wow. How do you know your level, Reyes? You know because you do some exams, some international exams, and when you finish exam, they give you a level, no? Your C1, B2, C1, okay, C1, B2. B2, C1, C2 are excellent. Oh, Reyes, you can do these exams at Británico, Universidad Pacífico, Euridiomas, Universidad San Ignacio de Loyola. There are many places now. Yes, international exams, exactly. C1, excellent. So when you do these exams, you know your level, right? And you have B2 level, but you were not born with B2 or C1, right? Okay, entonces en TKT. You started in basic, right? You started learning, right? English, the verb to be and everything. Very good. And it was a process for you, right? When now that you are in B2 or C1 or C2, it's because you studied, you read in English, you were teaching, but you were also learning, you were also doing exercises, certified, very good. Your B2 is certified. So it's a process. Knowing a language, English, is not our native language. We don't speak English here in Peru, but we learned. And we have now a good level. B2, C1, C2, B1, so they're good levels. We can communicate. Yes, Miss Gisela says it's a continuous learning. Exactly. The same happens with digital competence. The same is continuous learning. Maybe now we are in A1. A1 is the basic level, the most basic, right? It's like awareness. No? In A1 level, we know that technology exists. No more. We know. And technology exists. We know it. We are curious. But then we go to exploration, right? Exploration is when you are exploring technology. Oh, look at this tool. Look at this. This looks interesting. There is curiosity and there is willingness here. You want to learn, right? You're curious about it. And then you have integration. When you start using tools, you are integrating in your class, but still you need to learn a bit more. You need to reflect a little bit more. You're integrating, but there's more to learn. It says here, meaningful use and variation. And then you have expertise, B2, like your English level. Expertise, you're an expert because you are using it in your classroom and you're using it reflectively and critically. Expertise is a very good level for technology, guys. But if you want to go more, you can also be a leader. You can go to leadership. Leaders teach others. I learn it, I know it, now I'm going to teach it to my colleagues. Leaders teach. They know a lot and they teach. Oof, and C2 is a maximum level. Innovation. You use technology to innovate, to create something new. And innovation now is something that is very noisy. Everybody talks about innovation, but not because you use Kahoot, you are an innovator. Oh, I use Kahoot. I innovated in my class. Not really. Not really. When you use Kahoot in your class, you are a good practitioner. It's a good practice, but it's not really innovation because innovation needs planning. Innovation needs investigation. Innovation needs a different outcome. You innovate when you really create something new with a different result and that other teachers can learn that from you and you can use it in other schools and there are the similar results. So innovation is based on investigation. So innovation is something really big, really, really big, guys. Yeah, so it's a maximum level. But we start here. And it's a good beginning because you are curious, right? We are curious. We're curious to learn. So, yes, Ivoncita. C2 is a native-like. Yes, native-like English speaker. Yes, that's true. So how can we integrate ICTs in our teaching practice? How can we really use it? Does technology really impact students' outcome? Is there a real difference? Guys, the evidence says that if we use technology for itself, doesn't enhance learning. If you just use Kahoot every class, it doesn't really mean that the students are going to learn better. It depends on how technology is designed and implemented, how teachers are supported to use it, and how outcomes are measured, how communities are in place to support it. So, great teaching hasn't changed. The toolbox has, right? In the past, great teachers had books and students learn. In the present, great teachers have books, but also have technology. But if we don't really use it critically, it won't make any change, right? It won't make, because technology has been for many years now, right? Like a lot of years. But it means that, wow, students now are learning, wow, a lot. No, not really, because we have to know how to integrate. And that is one of the objectives today, right? To learn how to integrate. Now, there are models to integrate technology in education. There are these 4 models that we are going to sneak peek very fast. The TPAC. The TPAC is a model of integration of technology that has 3 main areas. The TPAC has, the first is that teachers should have pedagogical knowledge, content knowledge, and technological knowledge. Content knowledge is to know English. If we teach English, we have to know English, right, guys? If we teach our students, it's because we know it. We cannot teach something that we don't know anything about. For example, I cannot teach mathematics because I don't know about mathematics, but I know English, so I can teach English, right? Content knowledge is the language knowledge. Your B2, your B1, your C1 level. This is one thing we need to know as teachers. Pedagogical knowledge is how to teach. How do we teach that English to our students? Because one thing is to know English and another thing is to teach it, right? Because maybe we know it, but we don't really know how to teach it. We need to know how to teach it. Pedagogical knowledge is the other area. And the new one is technological knowledge, right? We using technology to teach our content pedagogically well, but with technology. So the combination of these 3 is a center, is a TPAC, that is a technological, pedagogical content knowledge, right? And this is like the perfect combination for teachers. Yes, Julie. Yes, of course. All right. So here we have some information that says technological pedagogical knowledge, the TPAC, attempts to identify the nature of knowledge required by teachers for technology integration in their teaching while addressing the complex, multifaceted, and situated nature of teacher knowledge. The TPAC framework extends Schulman's idea of pedagogical knowledge, content knowledge. Schulman, she was an investigator, and she discovered, right, that we teachers need to have pedagogical content knowledge. Now, it's not just knowing English, but it's knowing how to teach it, right? It's both. They have to be in harmony, right? In harmony, both of them. So this is one model. We have other models. The other is a summer model, right? The summer model. Yes, Jack. Yes. Yes, my dear Jack. The summer model has 4 stages, and it's like a ladder, right? Like a ladder, because it goes from basic to advanced. This model was developed by Puente Dura, this guy. His last name is Puente Dura. And he said that when we integrate technology, we have to reflect what exactly we are doing with the technology we use. We are using for enhancement or for transformation in our classes. So he said that sometimes many teachers use technology only for substitution, that the technology acts as a direct tool substitute with no functional change. For example, in the past, we used the boards, the blackboards, and now in the present, we use the boards that are on Zoom or Jamboards, right? We substituted, we just changed the tool. Or in the past, we used paper flashcards, and now in the present, we use flashcards that are pictures that are on the computer. So we just substituted, right? But there is not really any change there. Digital boards, yes, my dear Diana. Then we have augmentation. He says that technology acts as a direct tool substitute with functional improvement. Augmentation is when you use technology, but with improvement. It has improved. There is a change. For example, if we use flashcards, but with sound, with pronunciation, so students click and listen. Ah, here there is a change because the paper flashbacks don't have sound. But if you put sound on the image, now there is a functional improvement. It's better. Then it says modification. We use technology for significant task redesign. So here we're using technology for things that are really different. Maybe you can use technology with audio, with video, right? Students click and they see, wow, an audio video, something that is not possible to do with paper, completely impossible, right? So there's a real modification. And the maximum is redefinition, when technology allows for the creation of new tasks previously inconceivable. When students create, for example, when you ask your students to create a video, for example, and they can make a video using different tools, and they can work from their houses. They can collaborate from different parts, and they can create together. That was inconceivable in the past. We couldn't do it. This is the redefinition level, not the maximum level when we use technology for creation. Remember, for creation, we have to teach our students to create, not only consume. Remember, prosumers also create, right? So we are going to focus on this model in this class, the model of the summer. Summer is the name, okay? S, substitution. A, augmentation. M, modification. And R, redefinition. Summer. There are other models, like the team. We are not going to check that, okay? Not much, but there are many models of integration. Right? There are many models. So we have the team and we have the tip, another model. Yes, there are 4 models. But do we need to learn all of them, all the models? No, not necessary. Yes, no, we are not going to learn them all because there are too many. No, only one. Only the summer model. This is the summer model. And now we're going to watch a video, okay, of the summer model. Please pay attention to the video. Can you hear it?
Every day, teachers are designing
Yes. The audio is okay? Yeah? Okay. Thank you, Julie, for answering. Thank you, Kimberly. Okay. So pay attention to this video. Okay, let's watch it.
Every day, teachers are designing activities to target higher order thinking skills in order to engage students in rich learning experiences. But integrating technology adds a whole new layer to teaching and learning. How can technology transform your learning design? Dr. Ruben Puentedura developed the SAMR model as a way for teachers to evaluate how they are incorporating technology into their instructional practice. You can use SAMR to reflect upon how you are integrating technology into your classroom. Is it an act of substitution, augmentation, modification, or redefinition? Dr. Puentedura likens his model to moving up a ladder. The model includes a dotted line that represents the threshold where you shift from using technology to enhance learning to using it to transform learning. Transforming learning promotes higher order thinking skills, such as analyzing, evaluating, and creating, which are essential to Common Core state standards and 21st century learning. So, how can you teach above the line? Let's take a look at an example of a classroom task and how it evolves through the lens of SAMR. In substitution, technology acts as a direct tool substitute with no real functional change to the task. For example, take creative writing. What if you had students write a story using a word processing program? In this case, students are substituting a handwritten story for a typed story. The task is the same with no real change in student engagement. In augmentation, technology still substitutes, but with some functional improvement. What if you took the same creative writing assignment and had students use a word processing program? They could use features such as spell check and tools for formatting. Again, the story writing task is the same, but the technology augments it with enhanced productivity. In modification, technology should allow for significant task redesign. Take the same creative writing assignment and have students use Google Docs to write their stories. Students can then share these stories with peers and provide real-time feedback. Here, technology has significantly modified the original task by introducing the benefits of student collaboration. At the top stage, redefinition, technology allows for the creation of entirely new tasks that were previously inconceivable. What if students transform their written stories into multimedia productions? After creating storyboards, students film scenes, edit clips, and add music. They can publish the videos and receive feedback from voices across the globe. In this case, technology redefines the story writing task to include media creation, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication. So, how can you use SAMR to reflect upon transforming your learning design? Puentedura offers reflection questions to help you move up the SAMR ladder and shift how you are designing learning experiences. For instance, ask yourself, what will I gain by replacing the older technology with the new technology? Have I added an improvement to the task process that could not be accomplished with the older technology at a fundamental level? Does this modification fundamentally depend upon the new technology? How is the new task uniquely made possible by the new technology? These are just a few of the questions you can ask yourself as you evaluate the design of a classroom task, and consider that not all technology integration is created equal. Ultimately, SAMR can help you evaluate your use of technology and design tasks that target higher order thinking skills, engage students in rich learning experiences, and impact student achievement.
All right, guys. Hey. So that was a video that explained, yeah, the video is shared actually. It's on Classroom. Yes. Hi, Catherine, good morning. The video is on Classroom. It's on the presentation. You can see it. It's there for you guys. So here, you can watch the video again, right? But the main part of the video is that when we use technology, we are using it for helping our students develop skills. Now, this you have seen it. It's super famous. Do you recognize this, guys? Do you know the name of this? This taxonomy, which is super, super famous among teachers. Maslow, not really. Bloom, right? Bloom's taxonomy. Yes, the adapted Bloom's taxonomy. Yes, Walter, Jenny, Rocio, Isai, Maribel, Carmen. Yes, the adapted Bloom's taxonomy, right? So, this ladder has been compared to the Bloom's taxonomy. So we know that when we are learning, we first start by remembering, then understanding, and then applying. So we use technology in our classes for sometimes or many times we use it for only this part. For example, word wall is mainly used for this part, for lower thinking skills. These are lower thinking skills, lower, basic thinking skills. Our students click, our students match, drag and drop, matching, yeah. He says that we can use technology for these lower thinking skills, but we have to move on, right? We have to use technology also for the higher thinking skills, for analyzing, for evaluating, and creating. And on the video, you saw that we can ask our students to create videos with voice, use technology for analysis. So the idea is that as teachers, as English teachers, yes, we use technology for substitution and augmentation. Yes, we use technology for remember, understand, apply. It's okay because it's the beginning. But we have to move on at some point, right? We cannot stay like forever here. We have to also use technology for this, for modification and redefinition, for transformation. That's the name, right? Transformation. Now, examples. Let's see some examples of the summer model in action. Substitution, for example. Vocabulary. Imagine you want to teach vocabulary. In the past, you use a book to read, no, the vocabulary. Now, you use a website. So you tell your students, okay, students, read this story on the website. Okay, and the students read. Okay, teacher, finish too. Okay. Yes, you use technology. Yes, I'm using technology. Yes, but it's only substitution. Students are only reading, no more, right? There is not really a significant change here. So they are reading with technology, but there is not really a change of a book with a website. No, this is an example. Substitution is the basic level. Now, augmentation. Now, you are going to tell your students, okay, now you're going to watch and listen to a story on a website and find vocabulary words. Okay, so now students are going to watch it and listen to it on the website. So now there is an improvement. It's not just flat. Now there is multimedia. Watch and listen. Okay, students watch and listen. Now there is an improvement, right? There is an improvement. But still, students are only recepting, watching and listening. They are not creating. They are not producing anything. They are only recepting, right? Receptive skills. Reading, watching, listening is receptive. Still is in the basic part. In lower thinking skills, right? Lower. Now, you ask your students, yes, passive learning. Make a story, students, with the vocabulary and post it on a blog. So you say, okay, this is the blog, students. Use the vocabulary of the environment, for example, vocabulary. And you're going to make a story and you're going to post it. Now students are going to produce something with that technology. Now students have to use higher thinking skills because they are going to produce. And you are going to use technology for production. Now there is a modification, right? There's a significant task redesign. Now it's different. Higher thinking skills, higher. And now we can even go higher to redefinition. You tell them, okay, now you're going to make a video, guys, with the vocabulary, and you're going to share it online, and everybody can see your video and can make comments. Now students are going to use technology, but now they have to analyze, they have to evaluate, and they have to create something. And they can do it in groups, not individually, but in groups. So this is redefinition. We are using technology, but to create something big, something previously inconceivable that couldn't be done before, right? So the idea is that we have to, as teachers, we have to move forward from substitution to augmentation. For example, WordWall is a good tool, but it's for augmentation. Live worksheets is a good tool. We're gonna use it next class, but it still is for augmentation, right? It still is for this. We are in the lower thinking skills, but we have to move, right, to higher thinking skills. That's the objective of the summer model. So we have to reflect and think how exactly we are using technology in our classes. Kahoot is good, quizzes is good, but if we all the time, every class, quizzes, Kahoot, our students are here in lower thinking skills. All the time, right? Lower. We don't move forward. We don't pass to the higher thinking skills. And that's the objective, little by little, right? Step by step. Here there is another example. Vocabulary of this book. This is the book. Survival skills. Build a shelter, challenge, cope with, push yourself, survival skills. So in the past, in a class, you said, okay, write sentences on the board. Right? You tell them, write sentences on the board. Yes, Rocio. Yes, they can create. But now you tell them, write sentences on the board. This board, you see, this is the board. It's a different board. It's a board of Zoom. Right? But still, this is substitution. We are substituting, right? The blackboard from the online board, for a virtual board, substitution. Now, you can tell them, using Google Slides, this is Google Slides, right? Write your sentences on a Google slide, but now you're going to add a GIF per sentence using a GIF extension. Okay, now students have to go to their computers and they have to use another. And now they have to think about what GIFs, what images they can add, and images with movement, right? Now there is a little change there, right? We have now augmentation. But what if you ask your students to work collaboratively? They have to work in groups. Now, not individually, but in groups. And now they can add pictures, GIFs, and also backgrounds for another website, Slide Mania, or maybe other websites. And with this, for example, with Slides Mania, they can create stories. They can create ebooks. Something like Story Jumper. Yes, Story Jumper that you know. They can create lots of things. Now we're going to modification, modifying the task of the vocabulary. And finally, if they record their voices, or maybe they appear on the video, you can ask them to make a video with their own voices, with their own faces, and share that for all the school, and the students can comment on that. Now we're going to redefinition because they are really creating using technology reflectively. So we can move forward, you see guys, from just matching or clicking to really creation. That's the idea of summer model, to reflect how exactly we are using technology. All the time for clicking ABCD, click, click, ABCD, click, click, ABCD, okay, ABCD, click, 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 click. And that's it. That's all we do with technology in class. Or we can go for more, right? But to go for more, first we need to know. First we need to learn. Because when we learn, remember, when we develop our digital competence, we have to pass it on our students. But first us, no? First us, and then little by little, we advance, we move forward. Here there are more examples, okay? These are more examples. You can read these examples on your own, right? Here there is a Padlet where we can, this activity of the Padlet is where you can give me your examples, right? You can give me your examples of what activities we can do to teach this vocabulary. For example, you want to teach vocabulary of the natural world, nature, bird, fish, flower, insect, lake, plants. You want to teach this park, farm, animal, tree, mountain, river. Okay. This is on the book. The book is like that. The book is boring. Boring, boring, boring. Okay, yeah. You did this in the book, and the book, no more. But you want to do more. You want to teach them more. You want to add more with technology. What can we do? What can you do? I'm gonna share this Padlet with you, right? This is a Padlet that is here. Okay. Here I put an example. Yes, I said in substitution, for example, in this part, I can show my students some gifs of the natural world. For example, a monkey. And they will repeat the pronunciation after me. I say, okay, guys, repeat, I don't know, monkey, and they repeat monkey, or plants, and they repeat plants. No, it's technology, but it's substitution. And there is no really significant change here. Do you have other ideas for augmentation, modification, or redefinition, guys? Do you have some ideas in mind? I am going to share the link with you, okay? This is the link of the Padlet. A puzzle, yes. A puzzle, Marisol says, all right. So the puzzle, what tool, what technology you use with a puzzle? Guys, do you have access to this Padlet? Yes, you have access? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, thank you. Yes, Beatriz, in what technology you use for the story? Put it here, please. Your ideas are really good. You can put your ideas here. Yes, you can put your ideas on the Padlet. Okay, you can use YouTube. For example, a YouTube video would be augmentation. The students are watching a video and are repeating. You can put your idea here in the plus. You click plus and you can put your ideas. Okay, StoryCube Digital. You can put your ideas here, guys. Hmm, 2 minutes, please, because we don't have much time. I'm sorry. I see some ideas there. Fill the blanks. Okay, fill the blanks is substitution too. We can use Kahoot maybe for fill the blanks. Yes, Kahoot. Very good, a memory game. Here I have an idea of a memory game with the name of the animals. But what technology do you use for the memory game? What technology do you use for memory game? Oh, yes, Frida, of course. Comic strip, that's a very good idea and redefinition. Students can create a comic strip, but what technology do you use for the comic strip? Thank you, honey. Don't forget to tell me the technology. Yes, guys, comic strip, they can use paper for a comic strip, but what about technology? What technology can they use? Maybe for a comic strip storyboard? A video on YouTube where you see the vocabulary, very good. That's augmentation. A TikTok. Oh, yes, students love TikTok now. They love TikTok. Yeah. Questions about the pictures? Oh, yes, a link, Angelica. It's there, honey. Yeah, in modification, students can make a video with animals, right? Oh, look at this. In this stage, I like to show the students with the vocabulary with a music video. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Quizlet to review the vocabulary with a matching game. Oh yeah, matching with Quizlet. Modification, write a short story using vocabulary and sharing Padlet. Excellent. Here you have the activity, but also the technology, Padlet. Felipe, make relation between PICS and definitions. Very good, Felipe. What technology? Flashcards. Yes. A video creating Canva. Yeah, if they use Canva, that would be modification or redefinition if they do it individually or collaboratively, right? Blogger, create groups, a blog where they publish and share their research findings. They can create an animal book with basic definitions about animal book. Yes, the blogger. Excellent ideas, guys. So you see that when the students create something is when it's in the top levels of modification and redefinition. Right? Modification and redefinition. Excellent, guys. Thanks for your ideas. Thank you so much. I am going to continue with the presentation, all right? Because the time is finishing. Oh my God, we only have 2 minutes. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, let's continue now with some conclusions, all right? Some conclusions of today's lesson. Some conclusions, please. One says ICT refers to all communication technologies, okay, including the internet, wireless networks, cell phones, computers, software, middleware, video conferencing, social networking, and other multimedia applications. Conclusion 2, the integration of digital tools need to be reflected on and evaluated, remember, right? Conclusion 3, our students who are mostly digital natives possess various characteristics which make the use of ICT a must for teachers. Conclusion 4, using ICT has great advantages, but it has some negative aspects too. 5, learners and teachers can also produce digital content. What is more, we must be encouraged to pass from content consumers to content creators, to be prosumers. Create, guys, let's create. 6, the use of tech tools, apps, and websites themselves don't impact students' learning. It is how teachers use it what really matters, right? Remember, we have to reflect critically, think how we're going to use it. 7, there are different models which aim to guide teachers when using technology in the classroom or online environments. We saw 4 models, but in conclusion 8, we have the summer. The summer model has potential for guiding practitioners in their efforts to navigate a complex landscape by seemingly simplifying a multifarious process. And conclusion 9, guys, we must know that models are not about using apps, but they are about the pedagogy behind the use of a certain tool. That's why when we use a tool, we need to know the objective of that, right? What is the objective? What are we going to do with that? And our students, what are students going to learn with that activity, with that tool, right, guys? Oh, guys, the time, we're running out of time. I had prepared a quiz for you, but I will do it next class, okay? Because we don't have time for today, but next class, I will quiz you, all right? To see how much you remember. Yes, yes, Frida. Guys, listen to me. I have left important documents here in our classroom. If you go here, it says session 1. Oh, wait, here. No, wait, where is it? Session 1. Okay. Here, the presentation of today is here. Okay, this is a presentation. This is the DICCOM Ed document, which you have to read. This is important for you. And here we have information about integrating ICT from British Council. There is an activity, guys, for you. This activity about the summer model in action. It's for practice, remember. Okay, this activity is for practice. And you read it and you post it. You can do it all the week until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. You can do this activity, all right? Remember that it's for practice. It's not evaluated. It doesn't have a grade. It's for practice to understand the summer model in action. All right, my dear students? Oh, the access to classroom. I think Madeleine has to help you with that. Please, the access to classroom, I think, Madeleine. Thank you. Oh, I just...
Buen día, por favor, buen día. Muchas gracias, Miss Gisela.
Thank you.
Sí, por favor, no se vayan a salir del aula. Necesito que enciendan su cámara, por favor, estimados docentes, para poder hacer la gráfica de inicio del curso. Yo les invito a que todos, por favor, se unan a encender su camarita para poder hacernos una toma, ¿no? Yo la verdad, como les comenté en principio, no sé si me veo porque mi cámara está media rara, pero lo importante acá es ustedes con Miss Gisela. Pueden hacer una reacción, a ver, lo que ustedes gusten. Se animan a hacer una reacción. Gracias, gracias, estimados docentes, los veo muy entusiasmados. A ver si un momentito dejan de escribir en el chat para que salga, no salga las notitas de escrito acá y salga bonita la gráfica. Muchísimas gracias, de verdad, a nombre de EduRed, su participación, pero también me gustaría que todos nos acompañen, ¿no? Así como hoy todos nos pueden acompañar hasta finalizar el curso. Muchas gracias.
Definitely.
Muchas gracias, estimada docente, estimada Miss Gisela. Yo ahora, como les había comentado en principio, volveré a explicarles un poquito el tema del Classroom. Veo que están haciendo las consultas los docentes. Entonces yo de verdad gustosa de volverles, ¿no? A darles las indicaciones para que ustedes puedan descargar sus materiales. También recordarles, o me parece que no les he dado la indicación, que es importante para que ustedes puedan acceder al Classroom, tienen que contar con un correo Gmail. No van a poder tener acceso. Muchísimas gracias. Ahora sí voy a compartir. Muchas gracias, Miss Gisela. Entonces nos estamos viendo la próxima.
See you next week. Bye. Thank you.
Cuídese.
See you next week.
Cuídese.
Bye bye.
Con respecto a la grabación que están consultando, hay muchos docentes que no se han podido conectar por tema de internet, ¿no? Por X motivos, ¿no? Que no se han podido conectar. Las grabaciones van a estar subidas en cuanto se edite el video, ¿no? De grabación. Lo vamos a compartir en el grupo de WhatsApp y también va a estar subido en el aula clase. Otra cosita, por favor, importante. Cuando el aula tiene un tope, cuando ya llega a un límite, se satura y ya no van a poder ingresar. Entonces, lo que se les pide, por favor, es que solo ingresen a una aula. Ya si esta aula llega a toparse, yo voy a crear una segunda aula, pero solo va a ser para los que aún no han accedido. para nuevamente volverles a compartir pantalla y poder explicarles de qué manera ustedes van a poder descargar sus materiales, ¿no? Hay muchas consultas de eso en el grupo o en forma personal también. Entonces yo voy a compartir mi pantalla para que ustedes puedan, para poder ayudarlos, ¿no? En ese aspecto. Vamos a irnos entonces acá a compartir. A ver, nuevamente estoy aquí en el aula virtual. Estoy en la parte, en la pestaña de tablón, ¿no? Donde ustedes ahí van a ver sus comentarios, van a estar también el saludo de Miss Gisela. Están los comentarios que ustedes puedan dejar. También el Classroom también es un medio donde ustedes pueden escribirle a la profesora, ¿no? Cualquier consulta que tengan, o también pueden usar el tema del WhatsApp, ¿no? En forma ya individual lo pueden hacer, no hay problema para poder absolver a sus consultas. Estamos en el tablón. Ya, ustedes han ingresado aquí, donde dice personas. Yo por decir ahorita, tengo 77 alumnos ingresados al aula clase. ¿Ya? Yo les he compartido por el grupo, voy a volver a compartir el link del Classroom junto con la grabación, donde simplemente ustedes le van a dar en el link azul, le dan un clic y les va a llevar automáticamente al aula Classroom. Ahí les va a pedir la clave y también ahí ingresan la clave que va junto, ¿no? Con el link que comparto y ya ustedes así van a poder compartir. Cualquier cosa que no pueda, así como a varios ya les he compartido directamente el link, me escriben por interno y yo estoy ahí llanas a ayudarlos, ¿no? De repente la ayuda no es de inmediato porque la verdad que ahorita hay bastante WhatsApp, pero sí les aseguro que les voy a atender. Sí, les voy a atender todas sus consultas. Ahora nos vamos a ir a trabajo de clase. Estamos en trabajo de clase. Aquí tenemos el plan del curso, ¿no? Está subido todo lo que vamos a trabajar durante estas 4 sesiones. Aquí está todas las sesiones que se va a trabajar. Hoy se ha trabajado, ¿no? La sesión 1, acá tenemos todo. Si de ese es su interés para que ustedes lo descarguen, tienen que irse al lado derecho donde ven esos 3 puntitos, le dan clic a esos 3 puntitos. Le va a salir estas 2 opciones, detalles y abrir en una nueva ventana. Siempre que ustedes deseen descargar, le van a dar en abrir en una nueva ventana. Cuando ustedes le dan clic ahí recién van a poder hacer la descarga. Vuelven a darle en los 3 puntitos y ahí les va a salir la opción descarga. ¿Ya? Ustedes le dan en descarga y ahí lo van a poder tener, pues no en su máquina, en su PC, en su laptop, lo van a poder descargar. ¿Ya? Si no, no hacen ese proceso, no se va a poder descargar. Punto. Ahora vamos a irnos acá a lo que se ha trabajado la profesora hoy, que es la sesión 1, ¿no? Ella ha trabajado con este PPT, que es esta de acá, ¿no? Aquí está, ¿ves? Lo que la profesora ha trabajado. Entonces, ella va a poder, perdón, ustedes si desean descargar este material, hacen el mismo recorrido, ¿no? Hacen el mismo recorrido. Veo que acá no estoy viendo parece que la profesora lo ha puesto en una opción de no poder, acá está. Acá está.
Es Madeleine, sorry.
Sí,
I'm here. Ellos tienen que ir a la flechita para poder irse para poder navegar el PPT. Hay una flechita en la parte derecha. No sé si la
esta de
ves.
acá,
No, la que está, es plomita.
esta
Plomita.
de acá,
Ya, esa es para pantalla completa. Ajá, puedes darle clic ahí, pantalla completa. Ajá.
¿ya?
Y ahí ya, ahí aparece la flechita en la parte derecha, justo en el medio, ahí, ajá, ahí está flechita, ajá, ahí navegan, sí,
¿Ya?
ahí está, así van, ajá, ahí van a ir, ahí está el Padlet que hemos hecho hoy día y ahí van a
Ah,
navegar, ajá.
cierto. Este es
Es,
otro proceso entonces, pero está bien
sí,
sencillo, ¿ah?
Es un Genially porque nosotros tenemos una clase de Genially, entonces
Ah,
estamos usando Genially para que ya desde el inicio aprendamos cómo funciona. Ujú,
claro, está perfecto, profesora, está muy
ujú,
perfecto. Entonces así vamos a ir yendo, mire, ¿ves?
ajá, con la flechita
Justo
nada.
con la flechita vamos a ir avanzando lo que la profesora hoy día, ¿no? Ha hecho en clase, entonces vamos a ir avanzando. Como les comento, mm, cualquier duda o que ustedes no puedan, por favor, ingresar, háganlo por interno para poder ayudarlos, ¿ya? Para que también sea, pues, ¿no? El curso de provecho, ¿no? Y puedan tener claro ustedes, ¿no? Sus ideas, su aprendizaje. Entonces, la idea es esa, ¿no? Poder ayudarlos, poder, como se dice, conducirlos, ¿no? Para que ya, hasta que ya de repente en la segunda sesión ya van a estar ya ustedes ya más disponibles para que puedan entrar a lo que es el Classroom, ¿no? A veces un poquito en el tema del Classroom, como que hay un poquito de... Salí, creo, de ahí. Eso era, estimados docentes, explicarles como les digo, pero no duden en comunicarse conmigo para poder seguir compartiendo. Tal vez también, Missy, ¿se encuentra en sala, por favor?
Yes, I'm here.
Sí,
Acá estoy.
sí. Miss, ¿y usted cree que en una forma normal lo pueda compartir el PPT, por favor? En todo caso, me lo puede enviar en todo caso para yo también compartirlo para algunos docentes lo tengan, lo puedan
Ah,
tener como descarga.
como PowerPoint, como
Sí,
el
sí,
común. Ya,
exacto.
ya,
Si es
ya.
posible, para yo compartirlo en el grupo también, y así también se les facilita a algunos docentes, ¿no? Que puedan, que puedan querer tenerlo, ¿no? Como
Ok,
archivo ahí en su carpeta. Sí, por favor, le voy a agradecer.
ok.
Listo. Entonces, estimados docentes, una vez más agradecerles a nombre de EduRed. Nos estamos bien. A ver, acá hay consultas, me parece, un ratito. Aún no logré ingresar al espacio mencionado. Voy a compartir el link. Voy a compartir, ahorita les voy a compartir por este medio para que ustedes puedan seguir ingresando. Un ratito, por favor, estoy aquí. Solo le tienen que dar al link azul, ustedes le dan ahí el clip y eso les va a llevar al aula. Y ahí pueden ingresar. Ustedes dicen, no, ingresar. Y ingresan. Si no pueden ingresar, me lo comentan, por favor. Ahora sí, muchas gracias. Nos estamos viendo el próximo lunes en el mismo horario. Gracias. Buen día. Gracias, Miss Juliana. Gisela, perdón.
Bye, thank you.
De nombre, mis disculpe. Nos estamos viendo el próximo lunes.
Okay,
Cuídense.
bye.